Bizarro finish in San Jose last night. Riley Smith scoring the game-winning goal in overtime. That's just half of the story. VGK forcing overtime for a second straight night. Jack Eichel, the equalizer, as he might say, from Mass. A wicked bounce there at the blue line after Shea Theodore keeps the puck out of the empty netter on the other end. Then Alex Nedeljkovic comes all the way out of the net in overtime, up to around his own blue line. He leaves the stinking net. And then Riley Smith with the poke takes the puck away, and he scores on the empty net on a Shea Theodore assist. San Jose is shark bit. The end of that game, drunker than Fremont Street on New Year's Eve. We'll tell you more right after this on Locked On Golden Knights.
You're Locked On Golden Knights, your daily podcast on the Vegas Golden Knights, part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
Boy, that was a lengthy open. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. I can't describe what happened there. Thanks for making us your first listen every day. Of course, you can find us wherever you get your podcasts. I'm a longtime sportscaster, marketing consultant, the host of the Believe in Vegas podcast. I promise you, the podcast will go up today. Penelope Pink of the WOW Women of Wrestling is our guest on the podcast. Hey, Chris, the owner of Silver State Cards and Sports and collectibles editor for the Hockey News and the host of the Hockey News collectible show starring Chris Golick. Ahead on today's show, a preview of VGK versus Seattle, third game in 4 nights for the VGK, and our locks of the night as well. And it is WTF Day. What the Friday, your comments. You can now catch us each and every day on SSSEN, Silver State Sports and Entertainment Network, right here statewide, 1 o'clock Monday through Friday, and check it out on YouTube TV, Cox Cable Channel 77. We are brought to you by FanDuel. Go to FanDuel.com today. I'm telling you, you texted me last night. You said, I can't describe what happened. I tried there in the open, but it took me an hour and a half. So Shea Theodore and Jack Eichel, 2 heroes down the stretch for VGK. And first, Theodore stops a William Eklund wraparound on an empty net attempt that would have put the game away. And then Jack Eichel appears to just chip the puck on net in the VGK end as he shoots from the blue line. And
red
the
line.
puck just takes...
Red line.
Sorry.
Center ice.
From the red line. Okay, he was veering in. That was by the way, horrible camera work on that. Okay, so the red line, we'll go with the red line. And then the puck bounces to the left. Nedeljkovic way out of position for the Sharks. And that ties the game 3 apiece. We head to overtime. And then in OT, for some reason, Nedeljkovic comes all the way out of his net for some reason to retrieve the puck. He comes out to not the red line, to his own blue line. Okay, am I correct there? Okay, better camera work on that one. Riley Smith pokes the puck away. Shea Theodore finds the puck, feeds it to Smith on the breakaway, and he stuffs it home into the empty net. Bad teams like the Sharks, Chris, they always find a way to lose. They do.
The reality is that needs to be acknowledged right now is the Golden Knights were a half-court shot away from walking away with 1 point in the first 2 games. One game they were going against a team on a back-to-back, and that almost stole the game in regulation. And then the other situation was the Sharks game. So that's the reality. Listen, fun outcome, 2 points. Schmid was good. There was a lot of positive takeaways in the Sharks game, but at the end of the day, there's concern still right now. And I think all those are kind of lost, and maybe a weird game like this has a way of flushing concerns and, relaxing a team, and might see a better version of the Golden Knights against the Kraken. But for now, there's some concerns. But yeah, I can't help but to smile. I think my monologue last night, slightly shorter than Tony's, described the game. I'm like, I don't know what I just saw. I'm not going to try and explain what I just saw. The blue line play from Nedeljkovic, like he almost tried to pump fake Theodore. That was the weird thing. If you go back and watch, I don't know if he either got caught on the ice or didn't know what he was going to do. But if he makes first contact and puts that puck on the boards, there's no problem. So yeah, comedy of errors, and I think you said it pretty solid. Bad teams find a special way to lose hockey games. And like I also said last night, Sharks fans, listen, at the end of the day, this 1 point ain't going to keep you out of the playoffs. So just business as usual. Moving on.
Shea Theodore's efforts down the stretch, although again, Cassidy
and Jack Eichel's the first poke
Cassidy
check
said
from the
Eichel.
blue line.
Correct. He gave Eichel a ton of credit too on that play. He goes, that play doesn't happen where he sends the puck in unless Eichel he's rewarded basically for his efforts down the stretch. Better night, perhaps, sort of, for VGK's defense. Although again, they have another missing piece, and this time it's Noah Hannafin listed as day-to-day. Do we know what the injury was that he sustained in the opener against
Happened in overtime. That's the only thing I got on that.
Okay, Ben Hutton drew in last night, but what are your thoughts on the defense? I'm tired of talking already, bro.
I'm not feeling good about the defense. You're starting to realize that the Golden Knights lack a true shutdown defender. Now everyone's going to say, what about Braden McNabb? And I'm going to say, yeah, Braden McNabb is good, but Braden McNabb is nowhere near what Pietrangelo was at. I don't think we even had peak Pietrangelo in Vegas, but wherever Pietrangelo was when the Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup in the couple seasons before that, that's far ahead of where McNabb is and was. And we're not knocking Braden McNabb. He's a great defender, but Braden McNabb is not a top pairing shutdown defender like Alex Pietrangelo was. Lausanne, we can start there. He has not, besides checking and hitting everybody, he's not looked
only 3 hits last night. Only 3.
Only 3 hits. I feel that Zach Whitecloud has not. There were 2 games, and we got a long way to go. But Zach Whitecloud has not shown that jump that Kelly McCrimmon thought you might see just as a result of getting more opportunities. Shea Theodore, Coach Cassidy talked about it in one of the pressers. You might see Theodore pressing for touches now because he is not on the top power play unit, not getting those touches. So concerns about the defense, concerns about the goaltending. Schmidt was okay last night, had a big save on a bang play late in that game to keep things keep the game in check, so to speak. Very important game for Schmidt, as he's heard all the Carter Hart rumors that everyone else has been talking about. So, Schmidt will have 1, maybe 2 chances to remind McCrimmon, hey, I got this, and we'll see.
Pavel Dorofeyev, let's talk about him for a moment, scoring his 4th goal in 2 games on a VGK power play. Again, it is Mark Stone below the goal line, throws the pass across the crease, and again, Dorofeyev with the finish. He finishes so well. The power play was started by the different guy, Mitch Marner. So he really does a good job. He dives deep down into the zone, gets the puck to Eichel to Stone, and then the Doro finish. The Doro Scoro. It's almost right at this point, it seems to be unstoppable, and Stone is going to get at some point, he's going to fake pass and just do a shot pass maybe into the net. We heard shot pass last night.
There was a shot. There was a shot pass. Actually, it was a really nice slap pass, not shot pass. That's what they should call it. So yeah, and Mark Stone, yes, he's found Dorofeyev now for 3 or 4 power play goals, 3 power play goals so far this young season. And what people might not remember is Mark Stone has that other gear where you're going to see the defense cheating, covering the pass now. And they're trying, they're selling out, they're diving. But Mark Stone also has no problem just bull rushing that nets and attacking the goalie. We've seen Stone score a very large handful of goals from in tight when the defense tries to stop the pass. And you're starting to see what Dorofeyev is doing from the inside of that right circle, very comparison to Alex Ovechkin from the middle of the left circle. It's so far, I'm not saying it's as deadly. I'm not saying Dorofeyev is as good as Alex Ovechkin, but he's a pretty darn good finisher in his young career.
Brett Howden scored his first goal this season last night.
Goal.
You picked him to score. I said yesterday it could come down to special teams. VGK scoring the goal on the late second period effort by Dorofeyev, the one-timer. Tomas Hertl, a little juiced against his former team, had the interference call on Ty Dellandrea, and that was followed by a Marner.
Stupid.
Marner slash. What was? Yeah, exactly. what was up, Marner / results in the 5-on-3. William Karlsson could not clear the stinking puck from the zone.
Bingo. That
Wenberg
was on my notes
scores the Sharks' power play goal. Oh, boy, so much ahead here today. Coming up next,
Shows go
VGK
by
plays.
faster now.
Yes, VGK plays its third game in 4 nights on Saturday night as the Golden Knights travel to Seattle. Our preview comes up next, right here on Locked On Golden Knights. We have words on the show today.
Got a couple.
The NFL season is here, and FanDuel has an offer that you don't want to miss. How about the Giants last night upsetting Philadelphia? That was a big game. Right now, new customers can bet just $5, and in return, you get $300 in bonus bets if that bet wins. That's right. You pick a bet, you put down $5. If it hits, you will unlock $300 in bonus bets that you could use across the app. We definitely love how FanDuel gives you so many options to play. You can build parlays. You can do the player props, which are really big with Chris and I don't know, we'll check in on your numbers and how you did. And even follow the live lines. You could do that during the games. Raiders at home on Sunday, 5-point favorite. That's going to shrink to about 3 probably. Over the Titans, the total 41.5. And of course, it makes watching football so much more exciting. Whether you're a casual or if you love to dive into the stats, FanDuel makes the game day experience so much better. So what are you waiting for? Visit FanDuel.com today, FanDuel.com. Download the FanDuel app today and get started. Welcome back on this edition of Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick from Las Vegas. We appreciate you making us your first listen. And thanks so much for all the great comments across the board. A lot of folks starting to tune in on SSSEN. And that is Cox Cable Channel 77 Sunset Strip. That's an old show, Chris, way before your time. But that's my mnemonic device and how I remembered that channel number. And thanks for doing it, 1 o'clock daily. The Kraken. Let's talk about the Kraken. 1-0. They won last night. They beat the Ducks last night. I had the 2 games going at once. The VGK drunken game there at the finish, and I had the Kraken game, not so drunk. They beat the Ducks last night. Seattle did 3-1, despite getting outshot by a country mile. Joey Decord had to save 35 shots in the victory. The score was tied at 1 apiece. Seattle was getting outshot, Chris, at this point, 20-5. And that's when Brandon Montour raced ahead after taking the puck away from Troy Terry. And he found Mason Marchmont for his first goal as a crackhead, as a Kraken, and that turned out to be the winning goal. They led 2-1 at that point, went on to the 3-1 victory.
Kraken, I've called the most boring team. Yeah.
God, they're so boring. They are.
They lack a superstar. They got an okay goaltender. Their defense, you look at, I mean, the youth movement is on number one. You got Matty Beniers and Shane Wright centering the top 2 lines, according to Daily Faceoff. Chandler Stevenson, the major offseason acquisition, 2 seasons ago, that is down in the 3rd line with Marchment and Winterton. But as far as youngsters in the lineup, Cartier, Winterton, Yanni Nyman, Shane Wright, Matty Beniers. On the defense, they got some experience on the D. Vince Dunn, Adam Larson, and Brandon Montour. So they got an okay defensive core, but again, no one that you're going to look at and be like, okay, this is, watch out for this and stuff like that. Kind of like the VGK defense right now, but maybe even less exciting. So yeah, I mean, listen, Kraken, our team Vegas has had good experience against, and if the Golden Knights can find a way to get out of the first 2 road games of the 25-26 season with 4 points, that'd be pretty good.
Chandler Stevenson missed the entire preseason with an injury, but he was in the starting lineup, and it was the first game last night. And Marchmont just came back to practice a couple of days ago, so he's just starting to find his way. And I don't believe that Seattle has a ton of depth, if I'm not mistaken. It doesn't appear as though they have depth, so they need those players desperately in the lineup.
I mean, they don't have, like, before you address depth, you address the superstars and the difference makers and the top end talent, and they don't have that either. So, and again, Shane Wright, Matty Beniers could certainly grow into those roles. Shane Wright's been taking a little bit longer. Matty Beniers has been up and down and everything else. So hopefully they take a step forward for their sake. Yeah, I mean, like you said, beat the Ducks last night, and it's the Kraken. Like, what are we? I don't know what there is to talk about. It's the Kraken. They're the least boring. They're the most boring team in the league, and I don't know. Like, it's
they need
I'm
to
wearing
get a
Kraken
little
colors,
drunk.
I guess.
They need to get drunk or play San Jose. That would be a fun game. Maybe
anyone playing San Jose certainly things seem
they're better.
to go a
The
little
Sharks
bit
are better, right? Aren't they better? I think they're better. They seem to be.
I mean, they looked okay
improved.
last night. They didn't look
They're
great.
better.
They didn't look bad. I mean, like looking last year, it's some points totals for the Kraken. Jared McCann, 61 points, plays all 82 games. Stevenson, I was joking on my card stream yesterday. Every season, he's going to score 50, 52, 53 points. It's going to be the most boring 50, 51, 52 points there is, but very reliable. And having him on a third-line center role, I think will take some of the pressure off of him. I think he was either top-line center or second-line center a lot last season. So this will maybe let Stevenson kind of find his game a little bit better. Although in the third line center role, you'd like to see a little more defense and responsibility. And I don't know if Stevenson checks that box either.
So VGK at Seattle Saturday night. It will be the Golden Knights' third game in 4 nights. It's a big game for the Kraken. I'll tell you why. I like this spot for Seattle because after this game, it's their final game. They play 2 at home. Then they go on the road for the East Coast swing. 6 games, Chris, this early at Montreal, at Ottawa, Toronto, Philly, DC, and Winnipeg.
That's
got
tough.
A brutal early schedule. So this is a good spot, I believe, for the Kraken and the Flying Fish. Throw the fish again around like they did at the Winter Classic. I love that.
I mean, you're not going to talk about a team needing a win game 2 or 3 of the season, but certainly a win before you go on that type of a road trip eases the pressure a little bit. So you might see a little bit better version of the Kraken. And in the same breath, the Golden Knights, there's been a lot to clean up after these first 2 games, as Coach Cassidy will be the first to tell you. And maybe you'll see a little more of a responsible game from the Golden Knights. I don't know what that responsible game is. And
responsible. Really?
Right. And on that note, Tony, we talked about this new system and everything in the offseason.
Where is it? They just shoot a lot. Well, shoot the puck. Of course, Eichel does it from the red/blue line.
Yeah, the new system is to just let the goalie make mistakes and fire from the red line, I guess.
That's what it is.
31 shots on goal. I think they had 33 in the overtime loss, if I'm not mistaken, to the Kings the other night. So, I mean, you're seeing shots in the 30s, but I don't feel like nothing feels that different necessarily yet.
No.
And give it time, maybe it will.
Of course, it's you want to do locks? We'll do locks now for
yeah, let's do locks. Let's do locks.
How did your parlays do and all that stuff?
No good yesterday.
Bad, yeah.
Eichel was the only scorer. Barbashev and Marner no goals, so we got knocked out.
Locks for VGK against Seattle. I'm going to go with the Kraken 3-2 in overtime, and I'm going to say the Kraken will score the first goal of the game. I'm going out on a limb. And I've got Hurdle and Stone. I don't know, man. He was he had a lot of feels last night in the game. Like, what was up with that guy?
Yeah, I don't know if he was pissed off or something, but
he's mad going back there. He shouldn't be so mad. I think for the entirety of
they're still paying him.
They're paying him over $1 million stinking dollars still.
I think they're paying him like closer to $2 million a season, if I'm not mistaken.
The Sharks are going to shark.
He should be happy when he goes there. He should be happy when he goes there. All right, well, let's go with Theodore. He seems to be finding ways to make an impact. Let's go Riley Smith again. Let's go with the overtime heroes. Let's go with Theo and Smith. 6-4 Vegas Golden Knights. 6-4.
Theo and Smith. Okay, and good for Riley Smith to be there in the right spot there. I mean,
he had such a poop grin after that goal, and so did Eichel.
Eichel was stunned that his puck went in.
So Coach Cassidy talked about that, though, in the presser. I don't know if you caught that. Coach Cassidy said...
No, because WTF, we have to go to stinking YouTube now. We can't get the whole thing, and the fans are really irate about it.
So 10 seconds. Coach Cassidy did mention Eichel in that circumstance does that all the time, where he flips the puck high so the goalie can't play it. He's looking for the goalie to catch the puck or freeze the puck so they can get a change. So Eichel knew what he was doing in the sense he was launching the puck. Obviously, there's a good result, though.
Coming up next, that time of the week again, it is WTF time here on the Big Show. Stay with us right here on Locked On Golden Knights. Welcome back to Locked On Golden Knights. Tony Cardasco and Chris Golick reporting from Las Vegas. We both have. Tell us about your WTF stinking bowling game yesterday. I want to hear about that.
Golf game, you mean?
Oh, golf. That's right. You golfed. I forget.
Yeah,
You're a man of all like these lame sports.
I booked this this golf course with my buddy Dan from Chicago, Carpentersville, I should say. And when I looked up the map and stuff, I saw mountains. So I assume we're going out west in the Summerlin area. So I just started driving, and I got my navigation on in my car, but not really paying attention. And my navigation keeps telling me to turn around. And then we're basically at 95 and Rainbow, almost doing the curve to go to Utah. And I realized that the course was actually on the east side, like off Charleston. It was the club at Sunrise or something like that.
Oh, you had to come all the way back to the east side.
Yeah, no, that was it was an experience. The course
and
actually
you made it
wasn't
there on
bad.
time. You made.
Oh yeah, we were way early
Sunrise
to
is
begin
cool.
with.
It's a good little locals track. I think it's good.
It was a fine course. It wasn't great. It
What'd you
wasn't
shoot?
bad.
What'd you
It was
shoot?
good.
Do we have a score? What you shot?
I lost
how
a
many
lot of
beers
golf
you drank?
balls. Lost a lot
Nice.
of golf balls. Definitely had a few beers, and it was nice.
WTF shouts to San Jose Shark fans for booing their own player Ryan Reeves, the former Golden Knight.
They booed him? What?
It was like a mixed reaction when they introduced him last night. I thought that was pretty interesting, but nothing beats the Predators and their tribute video last night. Nashville played Dante Fabro's tribute video while he was in the penalty box.
That's great.
He was in the box.
That's great.
WTF. WTF.
Awesome.
Remember last year when VGK had this explosive explosion in the early part of the season? Well, we're starting to see sort of a mirror image. Eichel with 6 points, Dorfia 4 goals, Mark Stone 4 assists. We saw a quick start like this, all sorts of offensive numbers. Looks great. Then VGK slowed down as defenses got better. Well, I'm telling you, folks, the way this Golden Knights defense is, we are going to see some wild numbers, and they're going to have to score 4, 5, 6 goals a game. Is this going to be sustainable to score that much on offense? WTF.
I mean, it could be sustainable, but it's not sustainable to make a deep run. You don't see a lot of teams winning games 7-5 to win a Stanley Cup or anything like that. So, and early on in the season, this is normal in a sense that goaltending is behind the shooters. The shooters are simply better. As the season progresses, goaltending gets better and more film is on, whatever it may have you. So we'll see a little bit. So I'm not overly concerned about Adin Hill yet, because I think we understand who Adin Hill is, but the defense in front of him needs to be better so Adin can be better. WTF, there's no NHL games tonight, Friday, October the 10th. WTF, there's 0 hockey games on the third day of this young season. I don't know what the concern was. I don't know why. I don't know what.
They cleared the way for Game 4 of the WNBA Finals.
That's exactly what they did.
And I don't think there might be 1 or 2 games on Sunday even, and it's
one Sunday, Capitals, Rangers.
Yeah, and then Saturday is a full day again. Who knows?
It's a Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday league. Those are the dates that the NHL tries to own, but you have
Saturday versus college football. Sunday you've got NFL.
Friday.
They should play a lot of Friday games. You're right. In that window, that would help them out immensely.
Friday night high school games, I guess. WTF, the Golden Knights got 2 points last night. That's a pretty good one right there. WTF, William Karlsson, team worst -3 right now, has not looked good in this young season. You did allude to his failed clearing attempt, which did lead directly to his San Jose Sharks goal. And, Karlsson, I was very high on coming into the season. I feel that he was injured nearly all of last season. We didn't see full value of William Karlsson, and it's 2 games, but it's 2 not good games. minutes. 2 not good games so far for William Karlsson. And then I do got some fun comments from Thursday's show. Let's see here. Jamie Cotter, we got defense and goaltending. Oh my, who's taking Petro's minutes? Backup goaltending. We got concerns. Ralph Montemalo, Aiden Hill was horrendous last night. The defense didn't help much better. Knights better light it up at the Shark Tank. I will be there. Hector Keeper. Hector, you had a good chance right there. Don Rickson made sure from Toronto. Marner shootout was expected. Not a chance against Edmonton. We knew we would hear that. I don't care about that comment. Gary Adrian, very great supporter of the show. With Hill, we need 3+ to win. All we need is one extra save. Plus, he's never good in shootouts. And then Adam Ranger. Theodore Hannafin, too much last night. This is the opener, carrying the puck into the ozone. Turning it over is a recipe for success. And then Indiana Jones does not want to hear any VGK fans ear about the refs this season.
Oh, wow. WTF. WTF, dating back to last postseason, I should say, in the preseason. VGK has not scored the first goal now in 12 consecutive games. Our man, Jakar, pointed that one out, so that was good. Jakar 3G. WTF from Monica, our good friend. Just when we thought we were having goalie problems. ... That's funny. WTF this game. A lot of comments about the game on Thursday night, and VGK does have to clean up an awful lot. Do they get it straight there in Seattle? A closer, tighter checking game, right, can be expected there against the Kraken. WTF? I just don't throw Yes?
I don't know. I mean, the Kraken, I don't like, that's a team that just identity. Like, I can talk about a lot of teams in the NHL and say this is what they're known for. This is what they do. And the Kraken, I don't have anything. And I got a good, he's a buddy of mine who's in my card streams, big Kraken fan. Shout out to my friend Drew. But I ask Drew this question all the time: who's the Kraken's superstar player? ... What are the Kraken known for? Like
flying fish.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they play in a nice arena that's good for the environment. Okay, boom. There's the identity of the Kraken.
Okay, WTF, whoever's in charge of socials, I'm not a fan. Matt Owens, Matto702. I don't want to watch post-game interviews on YouTube. I want to watch them on X, as I was always done before.
Click the link. Get over it. It's easy.
No, it's awful. It's awful. They're trying to get they're trying to make more money off the fans. Like, by YouTube.
I'm sure it is monetized, but with the amount of views they're getting, they're not making much.
Yeah, and same thing. Likewise, Christina Walter said the same thing. We appreciate everyone tuning in. Have a great weekend, everyone. For my man, Chris Golick, Tony Cardasco from Las Vegas. We'll see you Monday right here on Locked On Golden Knights.